in hard point number 3, when you move on to the white warehouse, it is another clutch point because you just need to block off the doors with the transform shield. So the question is, how many of these players will go in for the defensive play as well?
The ones who will get the lockdown is the one who will be getting the advantage over the other in this kind of very, very small map. Very, very small hard point as well. Only the first hard point is going to be chaotic a little bit, but that first one is going to be the one that sets up the momentum a little bit to see how both these teams are going to approach this one. And then when we go to the second and third, it's all about mind games as well as how the strategies are going.
Because so far, right, the creative gameplay that we've seen from both the squads has been absolutely phenomenal. I remember Daiwo once, they went in towards a hard point match, and the middle section, was it a hard point or domination? I don't know, but it was the exact same location. It was domination. With the creative gameplay whereby they were standing over at Barracks Hut, and the way they positioned their transform shield, it was just at the borders, which means in order to take that spot, you had to expose yourself fully to them, basically meaning they get free frags. So if you don't want to give off free frags, you don't go in and touch Bravo. I mean, the brilliance in that gameplay was just unbelievable.
But then again, how do you take it? How do you take Bravo without exposing yourself? You need to go and take the Barracks Hut for yourself as well.
And don't forget, it is not just the Barracks Hut, because you've got the sniper point right above, and you also have got one high point that is available for your opposing team as well. So we have got two teams that are able to go in here, fight it off head to head because they are both aggressive, right? If you want to count the aggression, both teams are able to get those kill counts for themselves. If you want to talk about strategy, both teams have got a lot of strategy in the back of their hands to play. So it really can go either way. I wonder if we are going to see another donut. Like you said, right, it's going to be so difficult to actually see a donut because both these teams are just that good.
I'm calling it right now. We might be going to a game number 5 for this grand final. So stay tuned, everyone.
Well, G going in there, straight up 2 pieces for him. From the get-go, it looks like Daiwo is going to be dominating the hard point, with NRX just popping in a little bit here and there. Dolphin X right now, as he pushes through their scout tower, it is going to be C1 in there. Are we going to see Daiwo continuously dominate this as C1 drops into the hard point just to get taken out? Whoopee, beautiful gameplay so far, but nothing is going to help them if they can't break up those points. Cheek. Beautiful positioning, isn't it?
Well, man with the sniper is Cheek in this hardpoint. Very cheeky play from him. Just sniping everyone that is trying to make the takedown at the first hardpoint. This is what I said. The first hardpoint, this is going to be the one to fight for and to set how the pace will go. And now we see Daiwo Free Slot is the team that is setting the pace right here for this game. And throughout the match, it is going to be Daiwo's pace. Unless if NRX can do it.
Yeah, so it looks like second hard point is being captured by Daiwo as well. Black Jai is in here. Not many transform shields. Black Jai, one of the only player in there, apart from Jay-Z, bringing in the transform shield. So one apiece for those squads. They're not going to be able to defend as solid as they usually are able to. But obviously, they want to bring in the Annihilators as well, right? Crush wants those gravity spikes because in many of those situations, you will see all of those team members conglomerate in the area. So it's easy takedowns for your score streaks. Let's see whether or not these players have called it right, because the score streak or the class choice is really going to be a game changer most of the times.
So, as usual, nearly getting 60 points right there in that second hard point is Daiwo Free Slot. Look at Cheek with the Annihilator gameplay. Now he got the UAV coming on just to get more frags over the opposition, and gets 4 in a row is Daiwo Cheek. What a play by the man. Tries to take number 5, but he will get taken down just like that.
What is going on? 83-6, NRX Jeremiah, 29-11. They are getting owned. And right now, they hold on to the white warehouse, but just nice, right? Because they dominated right now. This hard point belongs to them. Can they hold on to it? How long they can hold on to it is really, really going to show us how this match is going to go. Because if Daivo goes in there, picks this up, 13 points away from that 100-point mark. So early.
That's very, very early proceedings right here in this hardpoint, and Daivo has a very, very healthy lead right here. But NRX Jeremiah is trying to defend with every single players guarding the white warehouse for their lives right here. And Idra, he saw someone trying to spray with a chopper, but gets taken down instantaneously by Dolphin. Here is now NRX with all the kills, just shooing them away from the white warehouse.
Well, even if you are able to do well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, can we see NRX take the next hardpoint as well? Because even after completing a beautiful hardpoint hole at the third hardpoint, they are still lagging behind 52 to 87. Oh, and they do get the following hardpoint as well. This seems to be a fight back to the top. Can we see NRX hold the hardpoint until they surpass Daivo this time? Because Daivo has really performed so well to get away from the PH side. And right now, this comeback, oh, they lose it, but just for a second, giving every single person who's watching from the PH region a small heart attack there.
But look at Idra. Idra, everyone with the Annihilator gameplay, but C1 is going to win it against Idra. And now C1 is going for a takedown, using the Annihilator to his... But he gets taken down just like that by Whoopi. Well played there by Whoopi, but still, Daivo free slot is going to take this hardpoint for the last 15 seconds. At the very least, having that lead back after being equalized by NRX Jeremiah. Look at them. Look at everyone. Oh, XS1 Goliath is coming already. But for the side of NRX Jeremiah, they are going for the next hardpoint right here. Seriously, very much seriously, I should say.
Oh, it's going to be NRX right now who's going to play catch-up. Daivo hitting the 100-point mark first, but does it matter who gets there first? Can they get some pass from the boys at NRX? Idra right now, cluster strike already. It is the XS1 Goliath being, oh, what a beautiful attack from the back. The Kiss X coming in. Oh, Dolphin X getting it done with that Predator missile, but don't count them out just yet. It is C1 that brings in the cluster strike right after, clearing, just absolutely clearing the middle lane. C1 right now, XS1 Goliath play by him. Idra brings in the cluster strike as well. Who's going to be able to get up to the top? Because at the moment it is NRX with the lead, 117 to 104. Daivo seems to be fighting back, and they fight back good.
And you see how C1 is actually positioning himself. He is going straight away to the next hardpoint right here, because if they can get the lockdown, then it's going to be all over. Daivo is going to take the win, although NRX Jeremiah is now having the point. C1 is calculating just a little bit about how to attack this one, but everyone from NRX Jeremiah is just defending from inside that hardpoint, and C1 gets taken out from the game.
Oh, XS1 Goliath down already. Candy has one as well. Can he bring it in? 15 more points. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it what looked impossible at the start of the match, with Daivo pulling ahead so far, it looked like NRX Jeremiah 29-11 could not make it back. But can they pull this off with an amazing comeback for your grand finals? It is none other than NRX Jeremiah 29-11, fighting back from 83 to 6 all the way to 150 to 113. I have never seen a comeback like that so far.
What a turnaround, should I say, by the PH side. NRX Jeremiah, what a game. Although we talked about it, we talked about the pace of the game, but the late surgeons, the late comers, which is NRX Jeremiah, they came in hard, they came in fighting, they came in and showed that they wanted it more.
And who else will stand at the top? None other than the guy himself, Idra, this time with 19 kills and 8 assists. The player of the game, almost so consistently every single time we open up a lobby.
Idra. Surely his market stock is going to rise up so high right now, especially if they can go all the way, because it was all Daivo since the start of the match. But that turnaround being made, that push, that late push, they knew they had to make it done. They knew that they are on a desperate measures. They are on a desperate attempt. They went in 5, everyone fighting in that hard point number 6, and they just won it. And Idra, props to you, my guy. He has just done it yet again.
When we were thinking, okay, let me speak for myself now. When I was thinking, oh wow, NRX, is NRX going to get owned in match number 1? Is NRX going to lose match number 1 in such drastic fashion?
The map of their
They did
pick as
not,
well.
man. They did not. They went in there and they absolutely crushed it. Idra, playing so well, picks up the player of the game title yet again. Cheek performed well as well, but it just wasn't enough. The comeback is real.
The pace at the start of the game was all Daivo free slot. I need to see which moment that actually changed the complexity of the game. Maybe at hardpoint number 5, where at the very last moment it was NRX who took the lead after hardpoint number 5. But I need to see which one, because at one point it was 83-6. How did they just let NRX cave in, and let them make the comeback? Daivo should really be questioning themselves right now.
I mean, at the end of the day, right, we can ask the same question for NRX. Where was NRX when it was Daivo who went in there raking up those 83 points? I think, right, Sakaichi, these two teams are so good, so good at doing both, being on the offensive and being on the defensive as well. It all ties down to who can go in there, because the first team in there, when they get that lockdown, it is so difficult to pull the hard point back, and the teams almost look like they are afraid to go in for the fight, because when you give away those kills, exactly what we see happening in that match happens all the time. The score